So, everyone here has probably had someone break their trust, offend them, hurt them, abuse them, mess them up in some way, annoy you, whatever it is, in one way or another. But also, every one of us has probably also offended someone in some way, hurt someone's feelings, annoyed them or whatever, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally. Here's the thing. Forgiveness is a very, very important thing in life, because first of all, it's a release. Because if you don't forgive what someone has done to you, it's you that lives with bitterness and pain and anger, mood fluctuations. Every time you see this person, every time you hear their name, you're just up and down and up and down. You get irritated, you're annoyed, you're this. But most times you find that the other person is going to continue to live their lives and continue to be happy. Listen, it doesn't matter what I do to you, and it doesn't matter how big of an offense it was. It doesn't even matter that I know and I'm aware that I've offended you. At the end of the day, if you choose not to forgive, I can't spend my whole life sitting there by your side, by your knees every day saying, please forgive me, please forgive me. Like, I'm going to have to continue to move on with my life. And that doesn't make me a bad person. But what you're doing by not forgiving is you're holding yourself back. You're not holding me back. Because I'm going to continue living my life. I'm going to continue doing the things that I want to do. And just, being happy. And you are going to continue living with bitterness, living with anger, living with sadness, with vengeance, whatever it is in your heart, whatever negative feelings that you have in your heart. And the only person you're messing up is you. Joyce Meyer once said that choosing not to forgive someone is like drinking poison and hoping that the other person dies from it. Because here's the thing, you're poisoning your heart, you're poisoning your insides with negative emotions, you're poisoning yourself with anger, spite, all those things that I've just said. Meanwhile, the other person is continuing to live their best life. So you've drank this poison and you're sitting there watching and saying, this person has wronged me, they deserve to die. Listen, you're the one that's taking the poison, not them. So they're going to continue to live their best lives and you're going to continue to die on the inside. Forgiveness doesn't always mean that you have to now become best friends with someone else and you become, best of friends and you're happy and merry and whatever. Because if someone has hurt you, if maybe someone was bad company for you and they've messed you up, and you know that this person is only going to take you backward and keep you in like a negative space, the reason that you forgive is because you owe it to yourself to move on with a clean conscience, happy and ready to just live your best life, void of negative emotions. So the reason that you're forgiving is so you can move on properly. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you now go back and immerse yourself in that negative situation, go back and hang around that negative person. It's okay to recognize that someone isn't good for you and move on from that and move on from them. But you forgive so you can clear yourself completely of all of that, be void of any negative emotions and be able to move on in peace and living happy. And it's okay to move on and leave someone behind as well, but you need to be able to forgive that person. Sometimes it's important also to forgive yourself, maybe for not knowing things, maybe allowing yourself to stay in a situation for too long or doing what you shouldn't have done, whatever. But forgiveness is important. Forgive yourself, forgive those that hurt you, forgive whoever it is that needs to be forgiven, because when you don't forgive someone or something or a situation, it's yourself that you're holding back. And there's so much life ahead of you. You deserve to be living life and enjoying it with, happiness and joy and peace of mind and peace of heart, if that's a thing. Just peace, perfect peace. So forgive that person today, whoever it is, that person that comes to your mind when you watch this video and as you're thinking about this. That's the one that you need to forgive. Allow yourself to heal. Move on from that thing completely. I promise you the joy that you get from actually forgiving someone. Because here's the thing, the reason that we don't forgive people a lot of the times is because we feel like they don't deserve it. This person hurt me, they don't deserve my forgiveness. Forgiveness is accepting an apology that you never received sometimes, because people don't always apologize for things that they've done. But you deserve to just release yourself from the negative energy. So whoever it is that's on your mind, just make that decision today. For some of you, forgiving means that you go up to the person and you acknowledge it and you tell them, you know what, for that particular thing, I forgive you. You don't necessarily have to be friends, but I release you. I forgive you. And for some, it just means making that decision in your mind, unlocking it and saying, you know what, today I choose forgiveness. I promise you, you will feel just a peace on the inside that you can't understand and that you can't explain, but it's freeing yourself of that negative energy. If you forgive someone and you don't feel that peace, you come back to me and we talk. Feel peace. Allow yourself to feel peace this week. Have a great one.